been on my healing journey for 3 years now, and the intensity in my emotions has not physically changed, but the way I view the intensity in my emotions, the way I view myself when I become very emotionally dysregulated, how I view other people, and my reaction to my emotions have changed. Now, for me, this was a very long process. Like I said, it's been almost 3 years. And the first step was to familiarize my brain with being able to get used to these emotions because I was completely numbed out my entire life. It felt so foreign, so scary. Emotions were extremely scary to me. And when I came into recovery, the pain that I carried from my past, the resentment, the guilt, the shame, the not feeling good enough, the inner critic, like all these things contributed to why when I did have a reaction to my emotions, it was completely off the charts. And it's because I had all this pain just sitting within myself. And so when I would have a reaction to a situation, it would be really intense. And it's because all of the pain that I had within myself. And so my point is the more healing I did, the more I started learning how to love myself and emotionally connect to myself. And most importantly, when I learned how to forgive myself and accept myself as who I had become, grieved over who I was, and learned how to live in the now and to really talk to myself nicely and to show up for myself in ways that nobody could ever dream of showing up for me, because I know my own expectations, right? Nobody knows what expectations I hold in my head, but I do. I know what I need. I know what I want. And so when I started talking out loud to myself the way that people suggest to share in 12-step meetings, when I started talking out loud to myself like that, I grew closer to myself. I grew so much closer to myself. And the more closer I grew to myself, the more confident I became in the decisions that I was making and the people that I chose to allow in my life, setting boundaries, being able to get comfortable with saying no. Like, all these things contributed to why before recovery, when I would have an emotional reaction, it would be extremely intense. And so for me, meditation really calmed me down. It gave me control over my reaction to my emotions. I say all the time, I am powerless over life, but I am not powerless over my reaction to my emotions. And I had to get my brain familiar with feeling.